yield farming. It sounds like something you do in World of Warcraft, but the year is 2022 and the world has changed. Magic internet money is here, ladies and gentlemen, and yield farming, it's a crypto thing now. So buckle up, educate yourselves. This is what it really means. Hang on, let me look this up real quick. Yes. Yield farming is the practice of staking or lending crypto assets in order to generate high returns or rewards in the form of additional cryptocurrency.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, are you confused yet? Don't be, because that's the whole purpose of this video. Yeah. Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO of one of the world's largest crypto exchanges, is here. He appeared on a podcast to explain it to the unwashed masses once and for all. Good. What is a yield farm? But it turns out in the process, he accidentally describes a Ponzi scheme, which is just sort of like really funny. Because his one job in situations like this, talking to non-crypto people, is to reassure them, this isn't a Ponzi scheme, guys. And instead,
that's like the only thing that you're not supposed to do, right? Like because that's what people can understand. It's like a pyramid scheme, and oh fuck,
just right out of the gate, off rip, he's like, yeah, we just kind of keep putting money into this thing, and it just price goes up.
He only had one job. Yep.
Not all yield farming is a Ponzi scheme. People have been lending money forever, and that's technically yield farming. That's not a Ponzi scheme.
Okay.
Now, on the other hand, the point of this video is that what this billionaire crypto CEO is about to describe, that is definitely a Ponzi scheme. So let's just check it out.
A surprising amount of legitimacy for what farming could mean. You know, where do you start? You start with a company that builds a box. And in practice, this box, they probably dress it up to look like a life-changing, world-altering protocol that's going to replace all the big banks in 38 days or whatever. Maybe for now, actually ignore what it does or pretend it does literally nothing. It's just a box.
Okay.
All right. Step one, we're already getting some red flags here. Pretend you're life-changing and actually do nothing. Okay. What's step two, Sam?
I've seen this
before. And then
before.
This protocol issues a token. We'll call it whatever, X token. And X token promises that anything cool that happens because of this box is going to ultimately be usable by, governance vote of holders of the X tokens. They can vote on what to do with any proceeds or other cool things.
People
that happen
vote on the stuff that happens with
box.
it.
And of course, so far we haven't exactly given a compelling reason for why there ever would be any proceeds from this box.
Okay.
But I don't know, maybe there will be. So that's sort of where you start.
Sure.
And now what happens? Well, X token has some market cap, right? It's probably not zero. Let's say it's, 20 million.
Probably not zero? Why probably not? What would make you think that it wouldn't be zero?
$1 million market cap.
Okay, step two, make a $20 million market cap from nothing. No big deal, guys. It's crypto.
Yeah,
now,
exactly,
the interviewer, this guy, Matt Levine, sort of picks up on the insanity of this. He's like this serious investment banker guy, you have to imagine. And he's like, look, no, it can't be worth nothing. You can't do this. And Sam Bankman-Fried's like, the hell, I can't.
From first principles, it should be zero, but okay.
Sure. Okay. I completely reasonable comment.
It is worth nothing, but it also, that's reasonable. Yeah, but it's worth $20 million. So anyway, what I was saying.
I mean, that's not quite true, but when you describe it in this totally cynical way, it sounds like it should be zero. But go on.
Describe it this way. You might think, for instance, that in 5 minutes with an internet connection, you could create such a box and such a token, and that it should reflect it should be worth $180 or something market cap for that, that effort that you put into it. In the world that we're in, if you do this, everyone's going to be like, ooh, box token. Maybe it's cool. If you buy a box token, that's going to appear on Twitter and it'll have a $20 million market cap.
All right. Red flag 3. My man just said, maybe in your world, a box that does nothing can't be worth $20 million, but in my world, 20 million minimum. And this is sort of where things go full Ponzi, we don't even try to hide it. Money goes up because more money goes in, and more money's going in because money goes up.
So, X tokens being given out each day. All these sophisticated firms are like, that's interesting. If the total amount of money in the box is $100 million, then it's going to yield $16 million this year.
Oh, wow.
In X tokens
Wow.
being given out for it. That's a 16% return. That's pretty good. We'll put a little bit more in, right? And maybe that happens until there are $200 million in the box.
Oh,
so, sophisticated traders and or people on crypto Twitter or other sort of similar parties go and put $200 million in the box collectively, and they start getting these X tokens for it, right? And now all of a sudden I was like, wow, people just decide to put $200 million in the box. This is a pretty cool box, right? Like this is a valuable box, as demonstrated.
I didn't know that was established.
By all the money that people have apparently decided should be in the box.
That's a good point.
And who are we to say that they're wrong about that? Like, this is,
I don't know.
I mean, boxes can be
Yeah,
great.
who are
Look,
we
I
to
love
say?
boxes as much as the next guy, right? And so what happens now, all of a sudden people are kind of recalibrating. It's like, well, $20 million, that's it? Like that market cap for this box? And it's been like 48 hours and it already has $200 million, including from like sophisticated players in it.
Are
my
you guys
God.
hearing this? He literally
Oh
just
my
described
God.
a Ponzi scheme.
What a great box. Guys, I think, you know what? I think we should start investing in boxes. This is a really good idea.
Ironically, and said at the top of this interview, by the way, that this is one of the most important
in the
things in
box?
DeFi right now. Boxes that do nothing, that are in the shape of pyramids. And by the way, you and I aren't the only ones who feel stunned by this. The interviewers are just sort of at a loss for words.
I think of myself as like a fairly cynical person, and that was so much more cynical than how I would have described farming. Like, you're just like, well, I'm in the Ponzi business, and it's pretty good.
At no point did any of this require any sort of like economic case. It's just like other people put money in the box, and so I'm going to too, and then it's more valuable, so I'm going to put more money in. And at no point in the cycle did it seem to like describe any sort of like economic purpose.
Now, it was at this point in the interview where
Because it doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't exist. There's no purpose to it. It's just bullshit. I mean, what the hell do you expect? Yeah, just put money in. Yeah, exactly. Wait, what the hell do you expect? Yeah, it's like, I don't even know what else to say. It's an imagination.
thought, okay, finally some sensible people in the room. Clearly, Sam just got called out for pitching Ponzi schemes. He's now going to backtrack, right? Wrong. Instead, Sam goes, this is my world, and you guys are boomers and just don't understand how money works.
And it is sort of like real monetizable stuff in some senses. And, at some point, like if the world never decides that we were wrong about this in like a coordinated way, right? Like you're kind of the guy calling bullshit saying, no, this thing's actually worthless. But in what sense are you right? You could see something get market cap in the way that, I don't know, Dogecoin or Shibcoin have, right? Where people are just kind of like, haha, and then they buy it. And if you're like, that's dumb, it has no cash flow, I'm going to short sell it, you lose all your money.
There it is, guys. The unironic investment case for memes and Ponzi schemes. They have value because people say they have value, and who are you to say otherwise? I mean, what do you even say to this?
What do you expect?
Because on the one hand, this is insane and breaks all monetary theory. On the other hand,
what do you expect?
That guy has $1 billion. Well, multiple billions. And I have multiple thousands. We are not the same, okay? That's all I'm saying. So what do we even take away from this? I think the answer has to be nothing. I hope you guys learned nothing. There is no good lesson here.
Okay, all
only
right.
maybe a few chuckles and laughs at the inevitable decline
Multiple
of our
dollars,
society into pure Ponzi-nomics. If you want to watch the rest of this debate relitigating whether Ponzi schemes are actually a great idea, I'm going to link the full thing down below in the description. Thanks for watching. That's it. Pump the stock. It's probably a Ponzi scheme, but hey, Sam said it was okay. See ya.
Oh my fucking God. I as I said, I think these things are always really funny to watch.